That's better. There we go. All right, except that does seem a little bit hot. Yeah. Crank that down a little bit. There we go. Okay. Good morning, everybody. We're working on Music Box today. Last week we tackled startup videos. Hey, Jade. And that went well. I will be getting back to that probably later today, maybe tomorrow, to solve some of the issues that people have brought up with the new startup videos. But I'm pleased with those. Morning, Criven. Hey, Pac-Man. Camo will be thrilled. Yes, he will. He'll probably leave. But that's what I said. I was going to do Tuesday Music Box and Thursday Launch Box. Hey, Dave. Hopefully we're live on YouTube. It's strange to not have any YouTube comments yet. Let me go check on that. Yep. No, it says live stream alpha online or offline. Music Box Alpha live stream offline. Uh-oh. That ain't good. What's going on there? Maybe I need to try this again, guys.
Good. What's going on there?
Yeah. Is it going to work now? Apparently. So YouTube just took a stupid long time to get going, it looks like. Whatever. Good morning, Pac-Man. I already said good morning to you, didn't I? Tuesdays are Music Box is the new thing. Yeah, that's the at least my current plans. My plans may change, but Tuesdays and Thursdays, yes. Tuesday is planned to be Music Box. Thursday is Launch Box. At least that is the current plan here. Hopefully YouTube wakes up over here. I'm not quite sure what's going on with YouTube. Maybe they're having issues for all I know. I don't know what's going on. Goodness, though, we have 5 people connected, which is really, really low. I'm losing everybody's interest, apparently. Everything seems to be streaming correctly. Man, this is weird. I'm tempted to stop the stream and try again, guys, because I'm wondering if, like, hey, K-Money, did YouTube notify you, K-Money? YouTube is being a butthole today. Picked the wrong box. Yeah, I keep going to the page to try and load it up. Looks like it's working, but so we got 8. Yeah, the number's growing. It just took a while for YouTube to get on board. But anyways, good morning, everybody. Oh, you had to click your subscriptions to find it. Interesting. Odd. So, I don't know. Should we try and start this again? Okay, guys, I'll be right back. I'm going to start this over. Let's see if YouTube doesn't crap all over itself this time. Be right back. All right. Hello again, folks. Let's hope this worked this time. Be right back. We shall see. Hello, Vermont. Hopefully you're still on here, even though I restarted. Anyways, let's just get going. I did finally get my new desk, which makes me happy. I'm also sort of a little bit, I'm recovering from having lost my voice this weekend, so bear with me there. Hopefully it doesn't go out midstream. I wanted to show you guys my new desk here briefly. Pishbot. That's the first time anybody's called me that, I'll tell you that. Anyways, there you are. There's my new desk. So I'm happy to finally have this thing, as I waited for like a month and a half. And it's good. It's a good for sure. So, yeah. Hey, Baker. So anyways, yeah, we're going to tackle some music box today. I got a bunch of random crap to do, so that's what we'll be focusing on. Obviously, I need to wrap up the album view, but I need a break from doing the visuals on the album view because they're a royal pain in the butt. So I'm kind of wanting to work on other stuff in the meantime on the stream. Exactly, Pac-Man. Yeah, it's the imports that are the real problem with merged stuff. It works fine in Launchbox other than the imports. Cool, David. Welcome. Thank you, K-Money. Yeah, I talked to you guys previously about how I hate the fact that most desks are at the wrong height. They're at they're too high because they put on keyboard trays that are at the right height, and I always hated that. So I finally got this, and I actually had to have it custom built, which is why it took like a month and a half for me to get it. But I'm happy with it. I went to a place called Warden's here in town that will get, is able to get custom desks built and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with it. It's not, originally I was really wanting real wood, but it isn't in fact real wood. It's particle board, but it's about the highest quality particle board stuff you can get. But man, I'm happy just to have a desk that is big, fits everything, and is at the right height and stuff like that. So anyways, that's exactly what that is, Pitchbot. Yep. I built this machine like a year ago. Launchbox well, I mean, Launchbox had been going really well for a while, but I figured it was about freaking time that I built a really good machine. So that's what I did. And yeah, I love that machine. This thing's amazing. It's got a 6700K in there, which is nothing that amazing, but certainly works perfectly fine. And a GTX 1080 hybrid, EVGA hybrid card. So it's all water cooled, the GPU and CPU. So yeah, it's a nice box. And then of course, on the right, I have two retro machines. The one all the way over on the right is a Pentium 75 that I use for all my DOS gaming, and the one on the left is it's a Pentium 3 with a Voodoo 3 2000 that I use for Windows 95 and 98. And of course my Gravis Blackhawk joystick is right there. And I got my charging station right here. And there you go. There's my setup. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased. Anyways, enough about this. Let's get going here. You much prefer the items on the desk. Yeah, I'm with you, Jade. Although, working with, pile of crap desks, I used to have a decent desk in front of me, and then this piece of crap to my right that used to be my son's desk and was just beat to hell. Just a piece of junk. Not even at the right height on my right. So, and I didn't have enough space, and yeah, I'm glad to finally have a good desk. Hey Nigel, real wood is expensive indeed. Hey Neil 9000, thank you Pishbot. Hey Vissy, thank you Pac-Man. Doom live stream, yeah, we haven't done. Yeah, I haven't done that. You know, I wanted to potentially do that on a regular basis just for fun, but it wasn't popular, so I didn't really. Didn't really get into it. Thank you, OP. Anyways, let's pray and then get into development here. Lord, thank you for another awesome day with the community, with doing what I love doing. Just be with us today. Help me to be productive. Help us to have a good, constructive conversation. And I pray that my voice lasts and doesn't give out. And help us to all have fun and build each other up and all that good stuff. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. So, yeah, hey Alex. I don't know how to say your last. I knew it was you. I'm not good at saying your last name, so I just said OP. But yeah, I totally got that. Thank you, Alfredo. Yeah, I can imagine that, Jade. I wish I had desk building skills, but I certainly do not, man. I do not. But I've contemplated, before I got this desk, I contemplated building a desk many times. I would need to get friends over that know what they're doing, and I never was able to arrange that. Ready for music. Let's do it. So anyways, I have a little to-do list in front of me. You guys can probably see. Yeah, if you guys could even influence me as far as where to start, what one to do here first. You know what, I haven't really showed off the album view as it currently stands. So we can do that. There's still quite a bit to work on here, but it's looking pretty good in my book. I have some minor issues like some weirdness going on with the hover, and still some tweaking to do with various things. But yeah, it's good progress, I think. Ultimately, the basics are there. I'd kind of like for it to expand all the way to the edge, but there's other issues with that. The times need to be over here instead of the album name, and the grid isn't quite configured properly. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff. So, anyways, but it's getting there. I think the first thing, thank you, Baker. The first thing I'd like to tackle here is right now, if you try and play a track, it crashes in the album view. So I want to see if we can get that going, because song select is not implemented in the album view at this point. So let's get that going. We need albums child content view model. I don't think there is a song select method. I'm going to take that from songs child content view model. We have this song select method here. I'm just going to copy that. It might be that easy. We'll see. Okay, so if there is no selected song, then we don't do anything. Okay, and so we need a list of songs to play and the index ultimately. So what we're going to do is we have to get the list of songs in the active album and the index of the active album. So first off, we have to know what album is selected. It's a selected album. If this dot selected album equals null, or okay. And so basically what we need to do is, well, how are we populating the songs? Well, we use selected album.songs, I think. For starters, album object .songs, and it's the same thing, I think. Hopefully that'll work for us, and we'll be able to actually play tracks. Full screen versus window. Yeah, window position is actually on my list. I assume you mean maximized. Yeah. I know, Dave, that can be an issue with USB 3.0 drives and external drives and stuff like that. But that's about it currently. Although, you know, that's being caused by it not being able to read the hard disk fast enough. Awesome, Nigel. Man, I appreciate that. That's awesome. How'd that go? How was Retropalooza? Maximize, sure. So that's something we could certainly tackle. That's something I definitely need to get done, K-Money, for sure. It's on my list. Anyways, let's build. I'm not sure if I already built it or not. Okay, we're built. What should we play here? How about some Darren Miller Acoustified? Hopefully that won't get me in trouble. Accept is not working. So what's up there? Not valid to the current state of the object. All right, well, let's try debugging it then. Oh, you know what? Well, I have an idea what might be going on. We have an album. Selected song is null. Interesting, okay. Why is selected song null? We're probably never doing anything with it, come to think of it. So, in my themed views, you know what? This is, it's album details view. It's a separate sub view. Okay. And in here, we have a grid. Is this even bound? Item source selected item equals binding selected song. We don't even have that right now. Or actually, maybe we do and I was on the wrong spot. Come to think of it, we're not looking for a grid. We're looking for a data grid. This is it. Here we go. Binding songs, yeah, selected song. But this is on the album details view. So we're going to need to be able to get that view model, and then the selected song inside of it is what we're going to need to do. So that makes sense. So we need to override selected song. Which might not be possible. Let's see here. The base class, child content view model base. We have this stuff going on here. It's manually set. I can't make up my mind to if I want to override this property or if I want to come up with a new property. Let's try overriding it. Except the thing is, like, yeah, it's not really going to work that well to override this. I think using a new property or using the correct property would be the better way to do it. So anyways, we need our album details view model. So we kind of need selected album details. And I'm going to rename this to selected album details. And you know what though? Do we really need this as a public property? I don't think we do. Because we're not going to be binding anything to this. So I think we'll be okay. And what we can do is instead of if this dot selected album details dot selected song. That's not even a thing though, so we need to figure out what we're going to do there. Selected album details is an album details view model. Album details view model inherits from album view model. But album view model does not have a selected song, which makes sense. So we need to add a selected song property to this. And that's going to be bound, I would think, to our... this is more involved than I ever thought it would be, I'll tell you that. Because we have a selected song binding on the grid in the album details view. So yeah, this should be okay. So now I'm just going to go grab a cheat here. Child content view model base. I'm going to grab this property. Actually, let's put it down underneath the constructor. Like the other one. And we need this guy. I put it in the wrong file. All right. We don't need update background image in this case. Okay, so we have a selected song now. And if there is no selected song or no selected album, then we set it to null. And we play. This is all correct. This dot selected album details dot selected song. Really though, I mean, we should pull it from the details, because we have songs. And that's gonna, if it gets reordered or something, then it's gonna work properly. Okay, hopefully that'll work for us, and we'll be able to actually play tracks from the album view. About time there. Okay, there it is. I think I'm muted. All right, so, well, let's. It's not updating the selected song though. Okay, so we need to do something about that. Let me catch up on comments. Hey, Bowser. Your uncle's a carpenter. That's awesome, Jade. Thank you, Pish. Baker. Thank you. I'm going through old comments I've already seen. Oh, well. K-Money. Yeah. Yeah, we'll get the Maximize stuff. Music Box Alpha is not working. Check back soon. What do you mean, Bowser? Should play my own tunes like no other hope. Sure. Yeah, I should, Pac-Man. Thank you. Oh, yeah, that is a great album, Neil. Absolutely. Oasis. Morning Glory. If we get to the song count in the header, it might help us to narrow down the cause of your issue. Sure. Yeah, that's definitely something I need to do. It's a pretty high priority. Hey, Pure Luck. Shock of the Lightning. I don't even know if I've heard that one, Baker. Hey, Trailer. Dig out your soul. When will I be implementing search? Hopefully soon. Obviously, I got a lot to do. The views are the priority, and then search will be coming shortly after that. Thank you, Orion. No worries, Kevin. Hey, Armand. Hey, Slash Guns. When is the next update to Music Box? Hopefully this week. I can't, in the current state, I can't put out a release because I'm still working on the album's view. But hopefully in the next couple of days, I'll have another release out from Music Box. Cool, Kevin. Yeah, I think I can find some non-famous stuff in my collection. At least I hope so. The other thing is, though, we're not going to be sitting here listening to too much music, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Been having trouble deleting some music and editing things. Sure, there's currently no way to delete music because it automatically scans everything. So and there's no way to edit anything either. That stuff is coming for sure. It's just not there yet. If you delete a file from your hard drive, it should disappear from Music Box eventually. But, you know. Edit CMU to Launchbox, but it won't launch games in full screen. Perhaps a tutorial. Have we not done a tutorial on CMU yet? I don't know. I thought we had. But if not, let me know, and we'll do one. Yeah, there is a log file, Armand, for scanning. So if you've got some songs that aren't showing up, what you can do is you can take a look at that log file and paste it on the forums, and we can look at it and figure out what might be going on. Awesome, Orion. For our feature, is it possible for long songs with multiple parts to be broken into their parts like Tarkus or Supper's Ready? I don't really know exactly what you mean, but FLAC files with embedded cue sheets are supported, and that's exactly what it does. It separates a single song file into various tracks. I don't know how it would be how anything would be any different than that. It's all in how you rip the music. You know what I mean? Cool, Alex. Posted a CMU tutorial a whole year ago. There we go, Criven. Cool. All right. So we got to figure out how to get the track to jump to the right spot. How are we doing it in the songs view model here first, or the songs child content view model? On playback state changed. Here we go. This is what we're looking for. Right now, I'm not sure if we even have that. Yeah, we do, but it's empty. That's the problem. So clearly, I've got to work through this. I mean, this is not going to work. What we need to do is, we also need to know the selected album. So this is tricky. Because the album could be different. So we have to find the right album first. And we're not currently on playback state changed is does not send over the selected album. One thing we could do, I mean, so song list. Say song list 0 dot album, we get the album, but we don't have the view model of that. So I can always get it, although that's tricky. I don't necessarily want to feed the album, though, over to the yeah. On playback state changed. Should I send the album through? I'm not sure. It probably would be faster if I did, though, rather than using link to try and find it. So we find the base of that. This is content view model base, child content view model base. Abstract void on playback state changed. We're going to feed over we don't want to do the actual view model, though. So we have to hunt down the view model either way. So I don't know that I like that idea anyways. Although, I mean, we can save the playing. Okay, hold on a second. Huh. All right, yeah, this is what I'm looking for. We have right now, we have playing content view model. We have playing child content view model. This stuff is important. Well, what we can do is we can save the playing album is just in here, you know. So we have the selected album, and then we can have album details, view model, playing album details. And then this dot playing album details, whenever we play it, equals this dot selected album details. Now, of course, there's going to be other places that we need to put this, most likely. But we'll find that in a little bit. So playing album details, once we have that, then we no longer need to hunt it down because we know that that's the one that's playing. And so all we need to do is we say this dot playing album details dot selected song equals this dot playing album details dot songs index. And we're going to do a and this dot playing album details is not equal to null. Okay, and in theory, we load up an album. There it is. Then if we select something else and go to the next track, yeah, that didn't work. Okay, so it's... Oh, we have to... I know what I'm missing. We have to say this dot selected album Yeah, so this is what does it all. We have to set this to the album associated with the details, which I'm not sure if we have. So the album details view model. Let's feed over album view model associated album view model. And let's add a public album view model associated album view model get, and let's just do that, and then this okay. This dot selected album equals this dot playing album details dot associated album view model. Then up here, value is the album view model. All right. Hopefully that'll work. Okay, of course. Nickelback. There we go, there's a good album. Then we go back. Okay. but it didn't select it. Interesting. Now it's not selecting it at all. What's going on there? Huh. Content cop. Not sure what you mean. I wish there was a good place to buy FLAC music. There really isn't. There are places, but there's nothing that sells everything, which is why I still rip CDs to this day. It's the only way to do it. Because if I could buy FLAC music for everything, I would do it. I wouldn't get the physical CDs anymore. I'm tired of them, especially because they're so annoying. The dumb stickers. Ugh. But you do have the advantage of having the physical copy, and it's no more expensive than the digital. Sometimes it's even cheaper than the digital versions to buy the CD. It's worth doing, Dave. Q tools for sure, yep. Can it play vinyl? Well, if you have it ripped to a file, of course. High quality audio Blu-rays. I looked into that at one point, and I did find something, but I only did it on one disc. So, and I can't remember. So basically, what I can say is, yes, it is possible to rip, the 24-bit high quality HD audio into FLAC, because I did it, but it did take some research, and unfortunately, I don't remember exactly how to do it. So yes, there are tools, free tools to get it done, but I couldn't even tell you what they were anymore because it's been probably 2 years since I did it. I never did subscribe to any music monthly things. Although I was tempted a few times. So what was our deal here? What was the issue? It was selecting the album just fine. Need to find on playback state changed. This was working, but this wasn't. Because the playing album details changes. That's exactly why. Gotcha. Ah. That's tricky. I get it, though. So I know what to do at this point. When you set the selected album, it redoes the album details of the new version of it. Which probably isn't ideal to begin with. But what I can do is this.selected... No, yeah. This.selected album details. .selected song equals this.selected album details .songs index, and that should do it. That makes sense. Let's go ahead and invert this because we can. Okay. Okay, that's working just fine. Okay, so it's working, although it's not scrolling properly to it, but it is working. Not sure why the scrolling is jumping and yet not working properly, but I'm gonna need to fix that, obviously. Okay, so we're in good shape here. All right. So I'm going to go to my to-do list. This is done. However, album view, jumping to selected track, scroll is off. So that's another thing I got to do. Album view casing duplicates. There's a glitch with selecting genres and artists. Then I need to handle theming. I need to do saving the window position. This was requested and definitely needs to happen. So let's go ahead and tackle that maybe. Come to think of it, it's probably going to be easiest to grab that code from Launchbox. So let me go do that. No reason to reinvent the wheel if I've already got the code in Launchbox, you know? Gotta wait for it to load up here. There we go, losing my voice. I got allergies this morning too, which isn't helping. What else is new? Okay, we got project loaded here. In my settings, how am I storing this stuff is the first question. Settings. Let's go into excuse me. Is there a load settings or something like that? Yeah, there it is. So we have form location X, form location Y. Form size X, form size Y. Form maximized. And I think that's it. Okay, so we need some settings. Let's go into our settings class. I'm going to say public just use ints. Int window location X public int window location y, public int window size x, and public int window size y, and then public bool window maximized. Okay. And of course we need data table export on all of these. Hey EA. Oops. And then I got to convert them all to properties with backing fields. Come on. And then finally, I need this guy in each of the setters. All right, there we go. Now default values. Initialize defaults. This dot settings dot I'm wondering if we should use nullable ints. Because by default, it shouldn't be doing anything. Huh. Yeah, let's do that. So instead of initializing it to a random obscure number that is not valid, we're going to go to our settings class, and we're going to make these nullable ints, which means that they'll default to null, and if they're null, we won't do anything with them. Because 0 is a valid value, and that's going to be the default value. So we can't just rely on them being 0. That's just not going to work. So we need to make them nullable. All right, so they're nullable now. Now, basically, when we load the window up, we need to be able to position it correctly and save it as well when we're done on close. So I mean, main view is themed right now, and that is the window. So we're going to have to do it in the view model. We have main view model, and I have oh yeah, this is funny. I added a bunch of stuff here to properly handle window placement and stuff like that. And so this isn't really my code, but anyways. Does this matter though? So basically, but nothing is using this property, so do I even need it? What is this? It's a rect. Well, if I'm not using the property, then I can just delete it, right? This isn't being used either. Nor is this, though, which concerns me because Yeah, EA, that's because it just hasn't been downloaded very much yet, and so crappy antivirus programs will just automatically label it as dangerous if it hasn't had a large number of downloads yet. So basically, it's just going to be that way until we get through that initial hurdle. Yep, I just heard about that recently. EA. I have passionate hatred for those companies because they are cancer to developers. Because they don't have the interest or resources to do their job properly, and so they just throw everything into a bag. I've always hated antivirus companies though, so you know, nothing new. Anyways, I'm done messing with that. I want to make sure everything still works though. All right, so yeah, everything's clearly still working. What was I even doing, man? I got distracted. We're saving the window position. All right, so we're going up. We have, this is check updates. When, okay, so attach view. This is when the window is created. This is what we need. This is where we set it. So basically, if root dot data manager dot settings dot window location x that has value and root dot data manager dot settings dot window location y that has value, then this dot window dot, is there a location property? Apparently not. Dot left equals I wonder if there's a probably an easier way to do this. Although, I mean, is that safe to do? I'm not sure. I'll just do it this way, it's fine. Oh, dot value. Okay, and then if no, window size X width okay, and then finally maximized. This dot window state equals root dot data manager dot settings dot window maximized, then window state dot maximized, otherwise window state dot normal. So that will load up the previous settings. The next step, of course, is to save it. Yeah. Well, of course that would work. The reason why I don't use those Pac-Man is because of our custom settings saving system. I could add properties or add types to support that, but right now I don't have those types valid in order to go all the way out to the XML. So that's why I'm using two properties. But yeah, I'm with you. All right. Then saving it, which basically needs to happen on form close. Although I'm not sure if closed is going to be the... Because once it's closed, it's gone. So I'm not sure. Closing? Yeah, there we go. There it is. We need closing because at that point it's still open and we can get the properties as far as where it is and all that stuff. So what we need to do is the opposite of this ultimately. root.datamanager.settings.window location, come on, x equals this.window left. You know, one thing that's tricky though is the situation of it being maximized. You want to save the normal settings. You don't want to save the maximized settings. So crap. So that's tricky here. And I think in Launchbox I do something annoying. Before I close it, I restore it, but that's not really ideal either. I think what we could do is just whenever the window is resized, we could save the current location and position in memory. That's probably the best thing to do. So for starters, this.window changed, location changed, size changed. Okay. Okay, and then we have to save it in memory, which I guess I'm going to use ints again because that's the way you get at it. I don't think there is. It's funny, in WPF, there's no, I mean, there's left, there's, actually, these are doubles. That's interesting. Why are they doubles? I don't know. Maybe I should save them as doubles instead of ints. Huh. Okay. But there's no like position, which is kind of stupid. There should be. There's no points or sizes, but whatever. So we're gonna use this. We have window left, window top, window width, window height. Go back. So location changed. This dot window left equals this dot window dot left. You know what though? If it's maximized, we don't want to do that. this dot window top equals this dot window dot top, and if this dot window state equals maximized, then we're going to return. Size change is the same thing. This dot window width and window height. All right, so the next thing is here we need to do this as well. This dot window left okay, and then what if this isn't fired? Then we need this dot window left equals this dot window dot left, and this dot window top is this dot window dot top. Same thing here. Come on. There we go. Okay. And from there, now that we have that stuff saved, and we're updating it on change only when it's not maximized, now we can use these values to save them. So first things first, root.datamanager.settings.window_location_x equals this.window_left. But here's the thing, it's a double, and so I need to go back to these properties and change them to doubles, because I don't know why they're doubles exactly, but whatever. We'll trust Microsoft that they had a good reason. And I think doubles should save just fine, although I might want to check on that. Okay. So there is that. Window top. That window size X. And then finally, that window maximized equals Jade, how do I get Visual Studio to show me the types like that? Most likely that's ReSharper, Jade. So it's probably that you need to install ReSharper, which of course costs money, but it's not horrible. This dot window state, no, this dot window window state equals maximized. Figures, yeah. All right. So, and then, okay, we need to save as well. So, I think that'll do it. In theory, we'll see. Window saving and loading positioning stuff can be kind of finicky though, so if this just works perfectly the first time, I'll be kind of amazed. We'll find out. Okay, I didn't do anything yet, of course. I'm going to drag this over to a weird spot like right there. Close it down. Didn't get any errors. Start it back up. It didn't work. So we'll figure out what's going on here. Let me put a breakpoint in here. And we'll follow it through. There's no value here. Okay. Interesting. So something isn't firing, or I don't know. It's not saving properly, maybe. Okay. Could be that double isn't supported with my stuff. And obviously, it's supposed to be saving it. Dataset does not support system.nullable. Look at that. All right. Yeah, I don't have a double in here. There's the issue. Crap. So now I have to work through all this code to get it supported. Okay. That sucks. All right, so else if prop.property type equals type of double table.columns.add data table export .column name prop.name type of double. So there's that. Add to table. This is basically the class that magically converts from, it uses reflection to magically convert the strongly typed objects into data rows so they can be saved to XML. I wrote this a long time ago, but it works. Get value as double Not terrible, he says. Yeah, that's not cheap, is it? That's more than I remembered. Sorry, Jade. Okay. So that method should be good. The create table method should be good. and load from data row is the last piece here. Double.parse. Sure. Okay. Apparently that works. All right. Whatever. I don't know how that's working if it's empty, but I guess double dot parse. If you turn it into an empty string, it just, I don't know. Maybe it does 0 or something. I'm not sure. Anyways, but apparently that works. Is working elsewhere. All right. So in theory, hopefully, this will work now. We'll see. Drag it over to there, close it down, start it back up. Hey, that's better. Okay, so it saved the spot. We'll put it here and then maximize it and close. Starts up maximized. The border is visible though. That's interesting. Why is that? You'll notice as I maximize it, then the border is not visible. So that's an issue. Let's test one more thing here. I'm going to drag this down funny like this. Then I'm going to maximize it. And I'm going to close. If we load it back up, I'm going to restore it. Yeah, it didn't restore to the correct position. Because it should be restoring down here. I don't know, that might be WPF though. That might not even be me. But anyways, let's try maximizing on the second monitor and make sure that's working. That's what I was afraid of. It's not. Yeah. I was talking about it, this stuff being finicky. It's annoying. It really is. Anyways. First off, I know what's going on with this. So basically, I need to do this first before I set the window state. And that should solve one of the problems. But it doesn't. Okay. Huh. Did I? Yeah, it's still got the border. Well, I mean, I can. I don't know what's going on there. Does that work? Window controls margin is, yeah, I think that's correct. Maybe it's not though. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing here. Still not working. Interesting. It's possible it's getting set after that somehow or other. It's odd. Or so maximize visibility, restore visibility, window controls margin. Oh. Oh, maybe that's not the border. What sets the border? Okay. Let's look into that. So in our view, we have this border around the whole thing, right? Window border visibility. There it is. So where is that being set? State changed down here. What the heck? So I have two state change properties. Well, that was stupid. I didn't even realize that. Okay. There's your problem. That should solve it. So now, why am I still seeing the border? No. Come on. Did I not? Huh. Okay. So somehow this isn't getting fired in here. I don't really understand why. But I guess we can do that. There it is. That works. All right. So we're good to go there. Finally. There are some other issues though. It wasn't. We've for some reason it's not working properly. Setting the location. And it's not maximizing the second monitor properly either. So I have some work to do there. I'll close my door because my wife just got home. Let's see. I guess we need to figure out I have a feeling it's the setters that are causing the problem. Or I mean, it's not. It's when we load it up, it's not working to restore the position. But I don't know. I have an idea. On Windows state changed or state changed. What I could do is if not, or if this dot Windows state equals, oh, you know what? I just had another thought. What about minimized? If we're on normal, then what I'm going to do is this dot window dot left equals this dot window left. This dot window dot top equals this dot window top. This dot window dot width equals this dot window width. And this dot window dot height equals this dot window height. And fine. Okay, and then the other thing I just had this thought of is if it's minimized, we don't want to do this either. Okay. We'll see what happens here. So, well, okay, so this is the position down here in the corner. If I maximize it and then restore it, it does jump down to the corner. Now if I exit and load it back up, it shows up maximized, but it doesn't restore it to the right position again. So yeah, it's not saving it properly apparently. Huh. Why is that? So drag it down here in the corner. Maximize it and exit. Window left is 0, and that should not be the case. Window top is 0. So this is the problem. These are not correct. So this is not working properly apparently, somehow or other. That's interesting. Huh. All right, so we're exiting. Let me try it again. We're going to move this. And of course, every time it moves, it's going to do this. The window state's normal. Window left, window top. Right? When I maximize it, that's stupid. Oh man, really? So apparently, before maximizing it, it's calling location changed. And the window state isn't set to maximized yet. That's immensely stupid. But that figures, you know. That's why this crap is finicky. All right, so sigh. Windows state changed probably hasn't been fired at this point either. I'm guessing. Or state changed. But we'll find that out. So I'm going to go restore, which fires state changed. I'm going to move it, which fires location changed. First off, though, I'm going to get rid of that, move it. We'll put that breakpoint back in. I want to try a maximize, which fires state changed first. Interesting. Huh. That's odd. Wait, it didn't fire. Okay, now I'm confused. Oh, you know what it is? Maybe. So obviously, there's a bunch of different ways to maximize. If I drag it up to the top of the screen, then the location is going to be... But I mean, I thought I was double clicking. So, I don't know. Weird. You guys are quiet today, by the way. I'm not used to this. It's quite different. I think it's the difference between Launchbox and MusicBox development here. All right, so if I just put this breakpoint there and the breakpoint there again, and if I double click maximize it, I get location changed first, and then I get state changed. Got you, Cribbin. Sorry, you're not feeling well, man. That sucks. It's all new. Hey, Dave. I know you've been around. I'm just saying, hey, I don't know why. Anyways. So yeah, that's no good. That's no good. What the heck am I going to do about that? Basically, what that... I don't know if there's even a way for me to save the previous position if it's maximized. Not that that's really a problem, but I'm going to have to be able to maximize to the second monitor. Yeah, I mean, it would be nice to be able to save the... Yeah, whatever. I don't know if there's a good way to do that. I'm going to give up on that. So here's what we're going to do. We can drop this whole window width and window height stuff completely, because it's not possible to save the... Because WPF is stupid. It's not possible to save the non-maximized window position when it's maximized. So, whatever. We'll go back and we'll go ahead and just get rid of all this crap. Doesn't do us any good. I think I hit insert here on accident. Okay. And we'll get rid of these. And then this is on loading it up. And then these, we don't really need these either. all I need to do is try to be all fancy and go above and beyond, and Microsoft just tells me, no, you can't do that. So anyways, so this is maximized. Put it there, close it down, open it back up. There it is in the right spot. Move it over to the other monitor, close it down, open it back up. Comes up on the other monitor like it should. I'm going to maximize it on the second monitor. Close it down. Still comes up maximized on the wrong monitor. Okay. So there's that. That's still an issue. Saves the position, but the maximized thing, I don't know how to solve that. Ugh. So it should be, yeah, I don't know. Microsoft poops on me, yes. They do that frequently. Okay, WPF maximize to second monitor. Show and maximize WPF window on a specific screen. We cannot maximize the window until the window is loaded when using multiple screens. Huh. So the loaded event, I suppose. Okay. So I guess what we do is this.window.loaded. I'm afraid I'm going to get flicker doing it this way, though. That sucks. But yet again, this is another WPF limitation. This needs to happen in here. See what happens. Okay, it's showing up on my second monitor here. I'm going to maximize it on my second monitor. Close it down. Load it back up. Hey, maximize on my second monitor. There it is. Okay, and I didn't see any flicker either, so that's a good thing. That's great. There it is. Yeah, we're in good shape. Good. Oh, and look, it even... Huh. So that does seem to be working somehow or other. So maybe WPF is handling that automatically for me now. Restoring it. No, I don't think it is. It's, who knows. Because now it's full size. Yeah, that figures. Yeah, we're good. Enough. Anyways, for now. So, back to the to-do list. Got about an hour left. Save window position is done. I need to note that in the change log. Version 0.8. Improvement, window position and sizing is now saved between launches. The other thing that might be a good idea is related to that is to make sure the window isn't off screen. That way, if you're syncing your collection between two different systems, it's important that it doesn't get saved off, it doesn't get put off screen. And I think I have code to manage that in Launchbox, so I should pull that up. Ensure not off screen. Here we are. So in my main view model again, we need to interesting. I don't know, I'm going to go ahead and add a method called ensure not off screen. I'm just going to copy this, although it's not going to work. The way it is. This display rectangle. Why am I using a rect? Screen that get working area. That's the wrong. System at windows.forms.screen. Oh, really? It's a rectangle. Change the working area closest to the specified point. The desktop area of the display, excluding taskbars, docked windows, and docked toolbars. Okay, there's multiple overloads. A point, a rectangle, or a control. And we can't use a Windows Forms control because it's not one, it's a WPF control. So I guess we'll just have to use a point. new point, this dot window dot left, this dot window dot top, and then system dot drawing dot point. Oh goodness. Okay. Interesting. All right, so okay, now this rect stuff, is this even used? The heck? Why is that there? Interesting. It's not even used. All right. So, ensure not off stream on load. Hopefully that'll do it without affecting anything. We'll see. Yeah, dang it. I don't like that at all. That's gonna bug me. So, that's working fine, it seems. Huh. That didn't look like it worked right. Then again, maybe it did. Yeah, that's working. Gotta love this kind of code, man. I hate working on window positioning and window sizing. Anyways, if I maximize it over here on that window, that does work properly. If we restore it, maximize it over here, that's working fine. Restore it, works fine. But see, then that happens, which is really irritating. And that has to do with saving the maximized window position instead of the normal window position. So I need to do something about that because that's absurd. I really hate how that works. And that's always the problem. That's why it's a pain in the butt to do this. All right. But why does it work sometimes but not the second time? That's really weird. Yeah. My favorite thing in the world. So how am I gonna... I could debug this all day, but you guys are probably getting bored. That's not that big of a deal, but it's annoying regardless. So anyways, I'll get back to that. Let's go back to the to-do list. And I'm gonna add Windows saving maximize position. Brennan, I tried that earlier, but the issue is that well, yeah, so what I could do, I need to figure out why it works the first time, but subsequent times it doesn't, is ultimately what I need to do. But I'm going to move on from that for now. I was trying to save the restored window position so that I could always save it, but I found out that when you maximize, it fires that position changed event, which is, anyways, really stupid. I think I'm going to come back to it later. But thank you. So in the album view, we have some casing duplicates. If you have the name of an album in two different cases, I think it's duplicating the album, if I remember correctly. Although I'm not sure if... so that's one thing to solve. Collection and song count is definitely something I want to do soon, Dave, yeah. Although I'm not sure we could get all that wrapped up in this stream. Theming is another thing. The only thing we're missing for theming, literally the only thing that's not there at this point, is the setting to specify the theme. Everything else should be there, so that should be quick to do. And then we have the casing duplicates glitch. This is an annoying glitch. That one's interesting. Basically, most people probably don't even notice it, but if you go into... what I'm going to do is I'm going to down click on Aaron Lewis, and then I'm going to drag down to other artists. And you see what happens? As I drag to other artists, it shows the other artists, despite the fact that they're loaded up. So that's one issue that I need to solve. I should probably just do it on mouse up instead of mouse down, and that would probably solve it. Why not save values in state changed, not position changed? Because then whenever the window was moved, it wouldn't be updated. Although I get what you're saying. That's a possibility, yeah. So if we saved it in state changed, well, but in state changed, we already have the new values. We don't have the old values in state change, so that won't really work either, Plagued. But thanks. Yeah, by the time state changed hits, it's already been maximized, so the values are going to be 0. Not what we want to save. Anyways. Yeah, so what do we tackle next? I've been wanting to add the theming stuff, for sure. And I think we already have the setting for that. That might be a little more interesting anyways. If we go into my settings, we already have the theme option, which is right here. let's load this up and go into settings. I have the highlight color, and that's it right now. So we have a theme tab. Selected theme, we just need to put on top, or theme, or whatever. Volume control is simple except for the GUI. Because I'm going to have to invent my own GUI that has a pop-up with a volume control traditionally. And so no, unfortunately, that's not simple. Actually, setting the volume, yeah, that's nice and simple. But unfortunately, the GUI aspect of it is not. Because I want it to be attractive and not an existing Windows control. So I have to build my own control for that. But I'm going to go ahead and do the theme thing here real quick, since all we need is a setting for it. So we have our settings view model, and I need my settings view. Excuse me. Our color picker control there, tab item, rows. And I'm going to add another text block, grid.column equals 0. We're going to make this 1. No, the column is correct. The row equals 1. And we need to make these translatable. They're not translatable right now. We don't have any translations in here yet, but eventually we will. So this needs to be theme. And then I guess we're going to do a drop-down list. What is it? Combo box? Yeah, they're still calling it combo box. Wow, I have never really even done a combo box. It's funny. Grid.column equals 0. No, column equals 1. Grid.row equals 0. It's going to be interesting display there. Anyways, might want to do some vertical padding or something, but then binding it. I think we can just do name equals the same thing we use for a list box. How do I do that? We have selected, so we name it themes, and then selected theme would be the selected one. That should automatically work, I think. Looking at that though, that is indeed ugly. We're going to set this to 100%. Let's see. On the combo, I'm going to do margin equals, that would be left, top, right bottom, I think. Yeah, not quite right though. Looking better. That's probably good. So now we need to handle the model. The other thing is I need to make these translatable. So we have theme and highlight color. Let's go into here. Let's add public string theme label, strings.label theme, colon, public string highlight color label, strings.label highlight color, colon. Oops. Okay, and we'll go into strings, label theme, colon, label highlight color, colon, highlight color, and theme. Slider better than pop-up, sure. Make it a horizontal slider. Vertical sliders are annoying, but that just might be me. Plus, it would pop up over the album window. Well, it's going to go in the bottom right. But, yeah, I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do yet. Although, yeah, I get you. Will you make the theme section have an image background option? Eventually, yeah. I'm not sure if about in the stream, but yes, I definitely will have some kind of option like that for sure. So we got these labels. Next thing is we need to binding theme label. Nope, that's the wrong one. Highlight color label. It's annoying because it's not even going to show in the display up there, but that's okay. Binding theme label. Okay, and then we need to add our themes list. So I need a public bindable collection of string themes, and I need a public string selected theme as well, and that guy we need the property change stuff and all that crap. So do a private string selected theme. Get return this dot selected theme, and come on, set if this dot selected theme equals value, return this dot selected theme equals value, this dot notify property change, this dot selected theme, and we don't need any update colors or anything, so that is good there. So then we have themes which need populated. Now, getting the list of themes, how am I doing that here? I want to look at big box code for that. Let's see. Under options view model here. Oh no, it's here we are, options pages. General, sound, transitions, images, videos, views, theme. Here we are. So we have a property that specifies all the themes. So it's just as simple. Okay. Okay, so on startup, why am I using a dictionary? That's interesting. Anyways, something like this. Okay, so we get the themes folder. Get directories, themes folder dot select, yes, system.link, path.get file name. We don't need this dictionary stuff. And we don't need a return statement. We need to say this dot themes equals, that's an enumeration. We're going to say new bindable collection of string and that should handle it. Basically, we're just pulling all the subfolders from the theme folder, and it's that simple. So we now have, we should be able to save and load the selected theme, in theory. Although, okay, we need to save the, interesting that, so highlight color, where's that even being saved? Obviously it is, because it's working. This guy right here, well, it's being updated as you select it, and that's why this update colors thing right here is what's doing it. So it's different. In this case, we need to add a separate property because we're not going to be doing it live like the color one. So root.datamanager.settings.theme equals this dot selected theme. Hopefully that'll work. However, we're not going to be, we're going to have to update the interface. We got to add some code to do that after we change the theme as well. And I'm going to need a sample theme to test and all that stuff. So go to settings. Theme is, there's only one option in here. It's default. So it is populating the themes. However, it doesn't seem to be populating the default theme. I'm not sure if that's because there's nothing in that property. No, it's just not populating it. Huh. Well, we don't set the value, dummy. Of course not. So we need to say this dot selected theme equals root.datamanager.settings.theme. There it is. Default is selected. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is just create a customized theme real quick. Give me just a moment, guys. I gotta take a pee. I'll be right back. All right. Regular segment. Once a stream, I always got to take a pee. All right. So there we are. We need to do some testing here. In my Music Box Alpha folder, my themes folder, I'm gonna simply copy the default theme here, and we'll call this test whatever. And then we need to do something that's gonna go nuts. Let's go into just the main view and do something crazy. Solid content background brush. Let's change this to something immensely ugly. FF 0000. Okay. Load this up. Go to our settings. We now have test displayed. I'm going to press OK on that. Nothing's going to change yet. However, there it is. You see the red come up. It's so clearly it's using that other theme, although there's nothing else that I changed. So interesting thing to notice there. But so we need to change something else that's going to actually be prevalent all the way through. The border brush here would be a good thing to change. Let's make the border red. FF 0000. That'll make it obvious, I hope. I think. Yeah, well, it's still not that obvious, but there is a red border on that. Yeah, I could change font. Let's make it even a little more obvious for the stream. Let's see. In the I guess I could make these red. I don't even see color here though, interestingly. whatever, background. This is the close button. Hopefully that'll be obvious enough. Yeah, all right, so we have a red close button in that theme versus with the default theme, everything is normal. The next thing we need to do is just figure out how to apply the theme without restarting, although not that that's a big deal. That's kind of the last piece. So how do we do that? It's kind of what I got to look at next. That may or may not be easy to do with this. I'm not sure. I'm glad to see the themes are working though, you know. Trying to think this through. So when we load up a view, I'm thinking we might have to like completely recreate the window. Which is going to be tricky. There's no, we have to completely change the view behind everything, Dave. So refreshing or repainting isn't going to do anything at all. It's all about, because a theme is a completely separate view. So ultimately, I'm going to have to switch out the view, which ultimately it requires me to rebuild, basically restart the app from scratch. So I don't know. We might just have to force a restart. Big Box is different because it's not a desktop interface, and so the views get reconstructed all the time. It's a little bit different in Music Box because the same view is just open the whole time. But I don't know. I'm not really sure. I guess we're gonna have to construct a new main view model for sure. Yeah, have it restarting would certainly be the easiest, but certainly not the most friendly. I'd like to do a better job than that. I want to see if we can automatically reconstruct the main view model. So when settings is, we need to figure out if the theme changed. Selected theme, previous theme. I'm going to try and say this dot root dot main view dot close, and basically we need to build a new one, which is hopefully that doesn't automatically exit the app. I'm not sure. It might. Var. Now we have to. I know there's like Caliburn Micro window manager crap. There it is. That's what we need. Let's try. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens here. Model equals new main view model. No parameters. Manager, not show dialog. Show window model. Oops. I don't know. That's a crapshoot. We'll see what happens here. It'd be nice if it worked, but settings, change to the default theme, okay, and it's going to just exit. That's what I was afraid of. Because closing the window ultimately, I think, exits the application. So we're going to have to do something to prevent that from happening. If I don't close the window, this should be interesting. Settings, theme is test, okay. It just loads another one up with the alternate theme. But interestingly, so it's just when you close the last window that it exits. So I guess all I'd really need to do is show the first window before closing the original one, right? Hide, sure. Okay. Settings. Go to default. Okay. What happened there? Interesting. What the heck, man? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, put a breakpoint. See what's going on. Change to test. Did that work? No, I was changing it to test. You know what? I don't know though. Okay, yeah, it loads up the second one. But I think maybe the theme is wrong. Huh. Some kind of weird saving conflict or something. Oh, whoa, wait. Okay, well this isn't, I know exactly what's happening here. Var old main view equals root.main view. It's being, and then old main view dot close. It's closing the new one instead of the old one. That's the problem. Okay, here we go. Settings, theme, test, okay. Haha, bingo. Settings, theme, default, okay. Okay, so for it jumped back to the previous window position settings, which makes sense because we're not saving those. But yes, this will work, I think. Cool. In order to have it catch up with the correct window settings and stuff, we would need to save them first with a method, and we can do that in the main view model. We're not reloading the application. All I'm really doing is closing the window and reloading the window, which does result in mostly reloading the majority of the application, yes, but not the entirety of the application. Data doesn't need reloaded, for instance, licensing, all that stuff can stay. It's just basically we're reloading the GUI. We need something. Here it is. This is our attach view method. We need something to force saving the window location. So I'm going to add a public void save window settings, and I'm going to move this out there. This.save window settings. And then back out in my, and here I can say root.main-viewModel.save window settings. So now if I maximize this and then go to settings and change the theme to test, keeps it maximized. Then we do a little bit of resizing here. Change it back to default. Bingo. That's beautiful. All right. Well, that was easier than I expected, so that's good. We might run into a bug or two down the line that I've got to look into, but we'll see. Working great. So we have theming. Yay. All right, I'm going to close out of everything. I'm going to go back into my changelog again, and we'll note that. Not data. What am I doing? Resources, changelog. Let's say new feature. Sure. Themes are now fully supported. You can download themes from the forums and place them in your themes subfolder. Then select the active theme under, what is it? Under settings. That's fine. Okay. I'm going to want to go back and change my theme back to the default. Okay. That's a win. I think I might go ahead and take off here, guys, since we're at a breaking point. But I'll keep going on this. I got to wrap up. Primarily, I've got to wrap up that album view. You know, and finish that up so I can get a new version out, which I should have a new version out within the next few days for sure. Definitely before, song count. So Jade had a glitch with the song count. So I'll look at that, Jade. I'm not going to do that right now, trying to rush it in for the end of the stream, but we'll get there. Yeah, thank you guys. I'll talk to you soon. I'll see you guys on Thursday, and we'll do Launchbox, a Launchbox live stream. Not quite sure what we're gonna cover, but I'll figure that out. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.